Hello guys, going to be breaking down the MLB PrizePicks slate for Monday, May 16th. We have quite a few games, I think 13 total, and looking at strikeouts, there's one that I was probably going to give you guys as a pretty confident play in Kyle Bradish when he was at 3.5 strikeouts, but now he's at 4, so I still like him, so I'm going to give it to you, but it's a lean now. The Yankees, we know the Yankees, they can be very good. They can put up a ton of runs, but because they're swinging for the fences a whole lot, they are very strikeout prone. So I thought 3.5, he could definitely get to 4. Now 4 would just be a push, and always for a young pitcher like Bradish, he certainly had a great game last time out, but the Yankees, if they're just on, this game's in Baltimore, Bradish, if he's giving up, homers or getting into trouble, he might not get to 4 just because he's going to be taken out of the game early. So that's why I can't really just say that I love this play. But out of all the plays, I think he's interesting. Kikuchi, I've heard a lot of people talk about him, 4.5, but he's just really inconsistent. So if you're willing to embrace the volatility there, Seattle, they strike out kind of league average against lefties. He's shown some improvement over the past few starts. He's using his fastball a lot more. And really locating it, but because he has control issues, that's the problem with that, and he doesn't have overwhelming velocity, so I just don't feel too good about that, so I'm not giving it, but I'm pretty sure you guys are going to see this play given out across any type of channel or provider, so just want to mention that one. Now for first inning runs allowed, there's all 13 games are on the board, and that one play, it's going to be one of my favorite plays, and that's Giants and Rockies over 0.5. So we have cores. This prop wasn't available for Sunday, and actually both teams, the Royals and Rockies, didn't score in the first inning. So, I think maybe because that happened, they're putting this one up today, but I'm taking the over. Like the Giants, they're a very good offensive team. They're pretty much healthy now. They've gotten back most of their guys. So against Antonio Senzatella in this game, Senzatella he does not have strikeout stuff, and if you cannot get swings and misses, you're going to be allowing balls to be put in play. And in Coors Field, again, contact hitters or contact pitchers just don't do well, and the Giants, sure, they do strike out, but because the pitcher does not strike out a lot of batters, I feel really good that the Giants or the Rockies, either side of this, they're going to be able to score at least one run. We're going to see Wade, Brandon Belt, Jock Peterson, just a lot of power bats from the Rockies. Of course, there's Blackman, Crone, that they're going to hit in the first inning probably, and I just really like the chance of this going over. You got a typical Coors Field game. This game's going to have a huge run total, 6.4, 5.3 currently, 76 degrees, just solid. And you also have 9-mile-per-hour winds blowing towards center now. And that's pretty big because I think during this last Coors series, the wind was always blowing in. So that's going to be even better for hitters. Now there's no pitching out or fantasy score plays. There was Luis Severino, 28.5, but he's been bumped, so not going to give that one out. But hitters for fantasy score, there are 2. And the first one is going to be Giancarlo Stanton, 6.5. I just feel like this is too low of a number. Kyle Bradish, I did mention that I like his strikeouts, but 6.5, for a guy that can just hit the over with one swing of the bat, I'm very much interested. Look at these numbers, 100 top 1 percentile in a lot of these stats, and he's hitting that hard hit rate is just insane, 64.8. He's cut down his strikeouts a whole lot, which this is very impressive, very important for a guy like Stan. But 431 batting average, what is this? This is just insane for Stan, which I just feel like that makes him a lot less kind of like boom bust in a way. And this number, honestly, should be probably 7.5, 8.5 today. So really like this prop for the over. And then going to Coors Field again, and that is going to be Brandon Belt. So the reason I'm going with Belt over, I believe, Peterson and Ruff, these guys also are at 7.5, but Brandon Belt usually will get at-bats against lefties. So in the event that the Rockies do go to a left-handed reliever, Belt will hit but Peterson is going to get pinch hit for it. And I don't think Darren Ruff is going to start this game. And if he doesn't, then obviously, he's just going to be a DNP. So Peterson, he can do it, but I would just rather have players that are going to get their full at-bats. They're going to play the full game. Peterson, they're going to pinch hit for him if a lefty comes in. We know that every single time. They can bring in Austin Slater or whoever, move the guys around, Wilmer Flores or whoever righty bat that can then play in the outfield. This is what the Giants are. They're a platoon team. So Belt is the guy though that usually will play regardless of the pitcher's hand. So that's why I like Belts over. And then we're going to go to runs and RBIs. Nothing for hits and walks yet. So I'll just add those plays on my Twitter when they are out. Total bases also, it's Coors and there's a few Dodgers. So nothing here. But runs and RBIs, there are a ton that I like. Wander Franco, 0.5 runs and RBIs. Taking the over on this, and I do like this quite a bit. Tampa Bay, Detroit. It is Alex Faedo going up against some good Rays pitcher because they are Kluber. He's kind of old now, but the 4.5 run total. The Rays are going to be at home now. The Tigers, they're pretty much, have a mediocre bullpen. And Wander Franco, he hits second pretty much every day. He's going to he's a switch hitter, so always platoon advantage in his favor. And you talk about a 4.5 run total, which I think could be too low. And Brandon Lau swinging the bat better. They have Ji-Man Choi also back from injury. So they just have bats behind Franco that can drive him in if Franco can't do it himself. And he basically is one of the better young players that we have in the league. So I think 0.5 prop with this pitching matchup, I just really like this. So gotta take the over on this one. And then another young player in Jazz Chisholm, 0.5. Really like this play as well. Aaron Sanchez, he's not good. He's honestly pretty bad if you take a look at his numbers. And the Marlins, they're going to be playing at home, 4.6 run total. There is a roof, so don't care about the rain there. But 4.6 run total against the Nationals. Nationals just aren't supposed to be a good team this year. They have some pretty good bats, but we don't care. We're talking about Chisholm against the opposing pitcher, and Sanchez is just not good. You look at his numbers. He is giving up crazy hard hit rates. He's not missing bats. So just some of the concerns for Chisholm, those are definitely gone now because Chisholm, he strikes out, but Sanchez does not strike anyone out. And Chisholm definitely hits the ball hard. He has some terrific numbers this season. He's going to be hitting leadoff, so of course he's going to have a lot of run scoring opportunities, a whole lot of red, what you want to see. And just 0.5 with some of his teammates like Aguilar's been swinging the bat really well. I just think the Marlins can definitely score some runs here, drive him in, or he can do it himself. So love Chisholm. And then Bo Bichette, this one, I'm going to say it's a lean. I just feel like another very talented number 2 hitter who's been really unlucky for this season. Chris Flexen on the other side. Flexen has been, I would say if you look at his surface numbers, they're okay, but you look deeper and he is just not good. He's never been a strikeout pitcher. He's just going to try to induce soft contact, but just a whole lot of blue. He's kind of getting hit hard, and that's just going to be a problem. He's always had better home numbers, and this time he's going to go on the road. So that's definitely some cause for concern. But if you look at the hitter actually for Bichette, they have George Springer back. So that's going to help Bichette's RBI opportunities. But, Bichette, he's just getting unlucky. 234 average, but he's expected to bat 292. He has an insane 49% hard hit rate. So just a lot of things that are in his favor. So I like this one as a lean. And then Tommy Edman, also, this is going to be a lean. Trevor Williams, I don't know why the Cardinals only have a 4-run total, but maybe it's because of the bullpen or something. But Tommy Edman batting leadoff, 4-run total for Trevor Williams. Williams is just not a good pitcher. He's just kind of like he doesn't allow a lot of hard hits, but you look at his numbers, there's nothing special about this guy, and I just think this run total is just off. Waiting for it to load. So yeah, like, I mean, you know, that's pretty average, and 3.6 expected ERA. It's hard to believe that he can sustain that when he's just never been that guy in his first 6 seasons in the league. So I really like Edman, runs an RBIs prop as the over. And then Taylor Ward, 0.5 against John Gray. Just another guy, leadoff, playing in Texas where the weather is just warm. 91 degrees, that's going to help mitigate the wind effect blowing in. 4.4 run total. Don't listen to this. These lineups are pretty much, some of them are inaccurate, so I don't care about that. John Gray, he's also had some reverse splits, and Gray is just kind of mediocre. He's been in cores, and definitely he's been hurt by that, but now he's out of there. Like, he's still never been like an ace, so gonna take the over on Ward here. And then the next one's gonna be Brian Hayes. So 0.5 runs in RBIs also just as a lean. And that is because Wade Miley is on the other side. Miley, a lefty, definitely gives it up to righties. Brian Hayes, he's been really good, but it's just the Pirates. I mean, his teammates are not good. And these numbers are insane. And a 301 average right now, 323 expected batting average, 0 homers. Like, he's gonna connect on one soon. I mean, I'd say the problem, the glaring thing that jumps on the page is a launch angle of single digits. Like, that screams ground ball, line drives, barely getting off the ground. So yeah, he walks at a good rate. Wade Miley's been walking a lot of guys, so he can at least put the ball in play. The Pirates, no run total for this one, but I mean, the Cubs, better hitting environment at least. So yeah, I think Hayes is fine. And then another one of my favorite plays, Trey Turner, over 0.5 runs in RBIs. It doesn't matter who the pitcher is. Trey Turner I don't think he should ever be offered. I mean, he is probably the fastest player in all of baseball. He scores so many runs in a game, and he's going to have so many chances batting a third in a stacked Dodgers lineup. They are projected for, I think, 5.3 runs, wind blowing slightly out. Madison Bumgarner, he has an ERA of like 1.78, but don't believe that. He has not been that great. The numbers, you look at expected ERA, 3.82. He's not striking out a lot of guys. His walk rate is higher. There's just a lot of, I would say, negative regression coming from this guy. So I love Trey Turner. Platoon advantage. I don't care about how good Bumgarner is holding runners. Trey Turner he is an overplay pretty much on most nights. If he's available, I'm probably going to talk about him. So Trey Turner, one of my favorite ones. Chisholm, Franco, and of course the first innings prop of Rockies and Giants. Those 4 favorite plays for today. Just a lot of runs and RBIs prop. But I think Trey Turner is going to be my favorite. So he's going to be the guy for today. They actually just put up hits and walks. So I'll do a quick look here. Usually looking for unders. So I mean, this all depends on if we get the good Yusei Kikuchi or not, but Seattle, Houston, it's Odorizzi. Who's the Cardinals pitcher? I think it's Miles Mikolas. Yeah. Martin, probably not. Who is Atlanta pitching? Ian Anderson. I would say keep an eye on Benintendi. That's one, because this is showing up as Lucas Giolito, but again, I don't trust Fantasy Labs. This is more just to have run totals and weather, but MLB.com does not have a listed starter, so waiting on who the starter is. But if it is Giolito, then I'm taking the under on Benintendi. Just Giolito's a really good pitcher, and I think that would be the only one as of now. But yeah, just gonna stick with the other props that I mentioned through this video. Nothing for hits and walks. So hopefully you guys do have some luck on this slate for Monday. And yeah, hopefully it's the beginning of a great week of PrizePicks MLB. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next video.